Laying down on the couch with my headphones in, I listen to the soft, soothing voice that is telling me to breathe in slowly and deeply. I hear the crashing waves, the soft, gentle music in the background, and I breathe. I clear my mind. I'm reducing my stress. 43% of all adults suffer adverse health effects caused by stress, and 90% of all doctor's office visits are caused by stress-related ailments and complaints. Stress actually costs the American industry more than $300 billion annually. Stress is the driver of most diseases, and as you can see here, some of those diseases include cancer, heart disease, stomach ulcers, depression. Stress drives these diseases. So stress is a pretty unavoidable part of life. It's something that we all experience at some point or another. And I'm going to talk to you today about the negative effects that stress can have on our hearts and on our brains, and some of the things we can do to help reduce stress in our life. When a person experiences long periods of stress without relief, it can have a very negative effect on their heart. Stress raises blood pressure, it elevates hormone levels, stress hormones, and increases our heart rate. It causes stronger contractions of the heart muscle. So basically, frequent stress makes the heart work too hard for too long. And when that happens, it increases our risk for hypertension, heart attack, or stroke. Stress also has a very negative effect on the brain. When we experience stress, the levels of serotonin and dopamine in our brain decrease, and these are critical brain chemicals. And when they decrease, it causes depression. Stress also stops the production of new brain cells, which can contribute to other brain diseases such as Alzheimer's disease. There's an area of our brain called the amygdala, and when we experience stress, the amygdala, which you see right here, increases in size. When that increases in size, it causes basically a vicious cycle of fear and anxiety. So the bigger the amygdala is, the more anxiety we have in our life, and stress causes that to increase in size. So now that we know some of the negative effects that stress can have on our bodies, let's talk about some things we can do to relieve our stress. I am someone who tends to get stressed out very easily, so I've learned over the past several years some things that I can do to help relieve my stress, and hopefully these tips can help you too. The first one is to meditate. I used to think meditation was kind of silly, but the older I've gotten and the more stress I have in my life, the more I see the benefit of mentally removing yourself from whatever situation is causing the stress. Another tip is to breathe deeply. There's actually a lot of power in just getting good oxygen flow. Laying down, taking deep breaths slowly can really help relieve stress. Another tip is to talk to friends and family. A lot of times we call this venting. When we can talk about the things that stress us out with the people we love and care about, it can really be therapeutic. Next is laugh out loud. Laughter really is the best medicine. It lowers levels of cortisol, adrenaline, and epinephrine, which are all stress aggravating hormones. So when we laugh, we release feel-good hormones such as dopamine, and it really can make your mood much better. Listening to music that helps you relax is also a great tip. And exercise, any kind of exercise. You don't have to go run a marathon. It can just be going for a walk, getting up and dancing in your living room, anything that gets you up and moving, that releases endorphins that really help you feel good. And then last but not least, focus on the things you're grateful for. When I'm feeling stressed and I can focus on the blessings in my life, it really helps keep things in perspective, and the stressful situation doesn't seem as big of a deal. Stress is a normal part of life, but too much stress causes damage to our bodies, particularly our brain and heart functions. So take the steps now to reduce your stress levels, so that you can avoid bigger problems in the future. And if you do that, then you can be part of the 77% of adults who do not suffer from adverse health effects. Thank you.